Hey, friend. Welcome to Purpose Unlocked, the space where dreamers, doers, and changemakers like you come to build legacies that truly matter. I'm Christy Smith, your anti cookie cutter coach, sustainable legacy builder, and author of The Intuitive Entrepreneur, here to help you build a business that doesn't just look good on paper, but feels good in your bones. If you've ever felt that quiet pull for more purpose, more freedom, more impact, you're in the right place. Every week, we'll have real, unfiltered conversations about what it takes to build a purpose driven business and a life that actually feels good. You'll hear stories, strategies, and mindset shifts from visionaries who are redefining success their own way, authentically, intentionally, and unapologetically. Because this isn't just about growing a business, it's about creating a legacy that lasts. So take a breath, grab your coffee, and let's unlock your purpose together. Today, we're talking about something deeply grounding: future you decision making. This is when you act from your long game and you become unstoppable. So think about, we have a now me, you're going to hear that term, and a future you, right? So those are two terms. Now me is present day, future you in the future, right? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Ethan because his story represents the shift between these really well. And Ethan is the king of fast decisions. Right? It's really become popular right now, right? You're looking for shortcuts. And if there was one, Ethan would take it. If there was a trend, he'd jump on it. If something wasn't working in week 2, he'd pivot, and he would pivot hard, right? It's not that he was chaotic. So I don't want you to hear that in what I'm trying to tell you. Like, he's brilliant. But he had built his entire empire on urgency, right? Quick launches, quick pivots, quick fixes. Everything in his business was designed to satisfy the now me, right? Present day version of himself. And that version wanted results immediately, right? Like that validation had to come instantly. Wins he could screenshot by morning, right? Like if you think about the people who are like, I launched yesterday and I had 100K, like that's what he wanted all the time, right? Oh, I put up this video and it went viral and I have 50,000 news, followers or whatever by the next day. Like that was Ethan. So when it came to legacy, he wasn't even thinking about that, right? And it was a real shift for him because you know what? Legacy, we've talked about this. Like legacy doesn't care about speed, right? Legacy requires patience, intentionality, and the roots, right? And so one day, after yet another sprint, when Ethan, had launched something, I can't remember what it was, but he hit that wall, right? And he's like, I I don't know that I want to be running anymore, right? Like when you sit back and you're like, I have been building for the person I am today and not the person who I want to be, right? And that's a reality check, right? You guys, like, so many of us have hit that wall. And, sometimes there's a season for speed and everything like that, but long term, nope. And so Ethan and I got to talking, And we just did one simple thing with him, right? We really had to narrow it down with him because he was so used to that speed. And here was the question that he had to pause and contemplate as his new compass before he did anything, right? This was to stop that addiction to speed. And the question was, will future me still want this? Right? So whenever he had an idea, I told you, like, millions of ideas even before breakfast, right? And he had to stop and become part of his habits and part of his rituals to say, will future me still want this? Now realize he's not asking, can I do this? Will this make money fast? Does this impress people today? None of that. Will the version of me 5 years from now still feel aligned with this decision? Okay. And in Ethan's case, he did a great job. He started using the question and things began to change for him, right? His business stabilized because he wasn't ripping out the foundation every single time he got a new idea, right? His burnout evaporated because it wasn't constantly sprinting in circles and doing the same things over and over and over again with a new idea. His offers matured, right? So they could become deeper and clearer, more spacious, more evergreen, and obviously more him because he wasn't just like, oh, this didn't work this week. I got to do something different next week. And really and truly, you guys, he stopped building for performance and started building for meaning, which is so key, right? And we met, and the impact in his life. He came back to me, and things that some of my clients have said make me tear up, and this is one of them, right? And he said, I finally feel like I'm building something that matters, not just something that performs. And I was so happy for him, you guys. Like, that's why I tear up, and that's, what I'm here for you guys for as well, right? Because we want to turn that urgency into legacy and give you that space back as well, right? Just like Ethan. So hear the lesson in all of this, you guys. Legacy mode asks you to make decisions for the version of you who is already fulfilled, right? The future you, not the version of you who's trying to prove something. That's you today, right? And that can be a huge shift, especially if you're a people-pleasing person. And trust me, there's a lot of us because even I am a people-pleasing person. So when you stop choosing the now me and you start choosing future me, your business stops pulling you in 10 directions and starts guiding you in one direction. And that's where we get our foundation from, right? So I have 3 reflection questions for you. Number 1, what decision am I making emotionally that really needs to be made strategically? Okay. Another way to phrase this, where am I soothing discomfort instead of designing longevity, right? So we are going to have discomfort in our business. We're doing things in our businesses that are new to us all the time. And you'll get that discomfort feeling, right? And there are times, you guys, that we need to sit with that discomfort. And it needs to be okay because we're learning something and we're growing and we're building that foundation and we're building something for the long term. And it can be easy for us to get caught up in like, oh my gosh, I feel discomfort. I need that discomfort to go away right now. So I need to pivot to something else. I need to do something else. I need to distract something else. I need to not do this because it doesn't feel good, right? Not saying this all the time. Sometimes things don't feel good because they're not on the right path. But when it's that discomfort that you know that you're growing into something more, you need to sit there with it, right? So, what decision are you making right now to get away from that emotionally, but you know you need it for the long term? You know you need it strategically. Okay. Number two, what long term impact am I really building toward? Right? So, what's the actual, like the horizontal line of your work? That foundation, that the anchor points. Like, what are you building toward? What long term do you want to accomplish? Think 5, 10, 20 years. You can always back into the, oh, this is what I want to accomplish in 1 year and month by month for the 1 year. And here's what I need to do weekly and back into my task list for the day. That's not what I'm asking you to do, you guys. The long term impact, the 10, the 20 years. What are you building towards? And number three, what would future me choose here? Choose right now, right? The you who is calm, the you who is wise because you've been through it, the you who's steady and fulfilled. What would they choose? Hint, it's not going to be this shiny object. Right? So, what would future you choose? And of course, we have one action step for you. Here's your action step. Make one long game decision today. Just one. You guys, we can't change our whole entire business in one day. I just need you to take one action step, right? Something small but meaningful, something with roots. And that will start an alignment cascade, and your future self will feel it immediately. You can't change everything, just one thing. What would you change? Okay. Thank you for tuning in to Purpose Unlocked today. I'm so glad you're here. Every time you press play, you're choosing to invest in your growth, your purpose, and the legacy you're meant to create. And that matters. If something in today's episode resonated, take a moment to share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because when one of us rises, we all rise. And if you haven't already, hit follow, leave a review, or share your biggest takeaway on social. I love hearing what's landing for you. Remember, you weren't made to blend in. You were made to lead, to create, and to build something that lasts. So take what you've learned today, trust your intuition, and go make bold moves toward your purpose. I'm Christy Smith, your anti-cookie cutter coach, sustainable legacy builder, reminding you that your dream isn't just possible, it's waiting for you to claim it. Let's keep unlocking purpose together.